다음은 AI 보안 산업 활성화를 위한 인공지능 보안 관련 글로벌 트렌드에 대한 동향 발표가 준비가 되어 있습니다. Outpost Capital LLC Ryan Wang Chief Business Officer 님께서 미래지향적인 시선, 실리콘밸리 투자가의 AI와 보안을 바라보는 관점에 대해 발표해 주시겠습니다. 무대 위로 모시겠습니다. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Wang with big round of applause.
Can you hear me? Awesome. My name is Ryan Wang, and today I want to share a little bit about AI and security from a Silicon Valley investor's perspective. Now I understand my session is the last session this morning, and I don't want to be the man standing between a house of hungry people and the delicious lunch outside, so I make sure to keep everything concise and interactive. 8 years ago, me and my partner started Outpost Capital, and for the past 8 years, we've been making early-stage investment in different frontier technology sectors, like spatial computing, artificial intelligence, robotics, and blockchain. So I want to understand our audience a little bit before I start my session. How many of you have used AI in the past months? Give me a show of hands. Most people. And how many of you are using an AI application like ChatGPT or Midjourney on a daily basis? That's quite a lot. And last question, how many of you are concerned that AI is going to destroy the world? Okay, I see a few hands. You know, I think this is an AI security conference, and I'm not surprised. So, I want to tell you that every year since 2015, since I made my first AI investment, I constantly asking these questions. And every year I can see the progress. I can see more and more hands getting raised. And this is clearly an indicator of how AI as a technology has getting adopted in the real market. And we have a lot of data to validate that. According to a Statista report, AI as a market will become $1 trillion market by 2028. And also, today we see AI system is impacting different sectors in different industries, from education to healthcare, from fashion and retail to gaming or e-commerce. What about venture investment? What about the money that invested in this sector? According to Goldman Sachs, this year, the total investment in AI companies has exceeded $100 billion. And also, in particular, in the generative AI space, we see not only just exponential, but explosive growth in the venture investment in this sector. And if we break down the investment in the generative AI space, we see most of the investments are focused on large language models and different foundation models, but in a lot of application layer, like social media, AI companion, different creative AI, like using AI to generate images and videos, there are a lot of investment goes into these sectors as well. And also, US-based AI companies absorbed the majority of private capital investment this year, and it's increased by over 50% from last year. More data shows that generative AI companies are able to raise at much higher valuation. On the seed stage, it's on average 30% larger, and on Series A, it's even twice larger. So I think, according to this data, we can understand why all the startups today want to put an AI label or make some AI pivot to justify for a higher valuation. And these are some of the top companies that's raised venture capital this year, and more data to show the progress of this industry. So I'm sure you heard about all this data around the progress of AI and how exciting this opportunity is. And AI is truly amazing. It's exciting. Right now it's November 2023. And if you think about the launch of ChatGPT, that was November 2022. So it's just been a full year since the pivotal moment of artificial intelligence. And for this entire year, we see AI has making changes to so many industries. It gave us, our everyday people, everyday life, superpower. But with anything in the world, with greater power comes with great responsibility. And that's why we have this conference. That's why we need to talk about AI and security. So to break down the security landscape a little bit, first of all, we have the catastrophic AI risks. These are the AI risks that potentially have the power to destroy the world. And particularly for some of you who raise your hands for the question that you are worried about AI is going to destroy the world. There are malicious use, AI risk, organizational risk, and most interestingly, rogue AI. What if AI has a different motivation? What if AI is getting rid of the control of human being? But most of the catastrophic AI risk is a little bit far away. And if we look at today, what are some of the most addressable AI risks that we need to come in, we need to tackle, we need to solve the problems immediately? Privacy, security, fairness, how can we make sure there are no bias in the AI system we are building? Transparency and explainability. So how can we explain different neural language systems, opting as a black box, right? How can we decode this black box? Safety and performance. How do we deploy AI safely? How do we operate AI safely? And also third-party risks. So these are some of the immediate AI risks that each of us need to worry about and each of us need to address quickly. And in order to address this risk, a lot of actions has been taken by the government. So just last week, the President Biden administration issued an executive order on AI and security. And also, these risks are widely discussed, and measures are being taken by the researchers and scientists. So there is a statement on AI risk by all these top scientists and researchers in AI space, and also by a lot of companies, leading companies in the space, with Google, with Anthropic, Microsoft, and together this company have announced these voluntary AI commitments. And also there are a lot of industry resources. If you are building any solutions or building any projects in the space, you can leverage. So OpenAI launched this $10 million safety fund for better security for AI systems. And with all these measures taken, we see that a lot of noticeable progress has been made. So just half a year ago, there's a news goes viral that certain AI system has predicted the death of Elon Musk by a car accident. And just last week, I did a new search with ChatGPT, asked how did Elon Musk die? And obviously, the ChatGPT got smarter and gave me the correct answer that there has been rumors about the death of Elon Musk, but that is not true. So changes has been made, and it's amazing to see this progress. So I promise that I'm gonna share this topic from the Silicon Valley perspective. What are venture capital? What are they looking for? So I want to explain my perspective and my investment thesis through this diagram, originally presented by the producers of the Social Dilemma, and recently they made a presentation called the AI Dilemma. I'm gonna use their graph, but I'm gonna deliver a very different point. We all know the benefits of artificial intelligence. It makes us more efficient, more productive. It makes us have all kinds of superpower. And now, because of the security concerns around AI, we all know the risk. We understand AI sometimes has hallucination. AI sometimes is biased. And AI can create all these kind of social problems, potentially take our jobs, and AI could provide additional transparency or privacy-based concerns. So we understand these are some of the unknowns that we need to tackle. These are some of the known unknowns. With all that in mind, there are still something missing. Welcome to the realm of the unknown unknowns. We understand there are catastrophic security concerns with AI. We understand there are addressable security concerns with AI. But these are the known unknowns. These are the known security risks. What about the unknown security risk? What about some of the potential risks that we haven't yet discovered? I think that's where everything becomes much more interesting, and that's where we as Silicon Valley venture capitalists would love to come in and seize this type of the opportunity. And here I want to show you a few examples on what I'm talking about. This is a graph that shows that there are known knowns, there are known unknowns, so security risk that we are aware of. These are the known unknowns, and also there are unknown unknowns. And we talk about all the known unknowns so far, and now we need to enter into the realm of unknown. And how can we capture all this invisible opportunity in the unknown world? Spatial AI. How many of you have heard about this term? Nobody. Great. That's why it's an unknown. So spatial AI is the intersection of artificial intelligence and spatial computing. And what do I mean by spatial computing? Think about virtual reality, augmented reality, immersive technology, metaverse, or think about a product such as a Vision Pro. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about these new devices that's going to be released by Apple sometime next year. And it's a powerful device. It has all these different sensors built in, and it can deliver a very immersive experience through such a device. Now, what's some of the concerns? Well, with a device like Vision Pro and all the sensors and all the superpowers in this device, it can capture a lot of data, like the motion sensors, the biosensors, the eye tracking functions in this headset, the facial tracking functions. It can understand and capture a whole set of data set, and it can understand where you are looking at, how long you are looking at a particular object, where your attention is focused on. It can understand your facial expression. It can understand whether you are laughing, whether you are sad, or whether you are happy. It can capture all this psychological response, and it can capture all this bio data. And if you think about it, the interesting thing is there are two types of data in the world. There are behavior data, and there are functional data. And whenever we talk about any big data systems, any data mining, data collection systems, 99% of the time, we are talking about functional data. We're talking about your search history. We're talking about your location information. We're talking about your transaction record. These are the functional data. But for a lot of behavior data that describe who you are, what kind of behaviors do you have? What kind of mode do you have? What are you thinking in your brain? This kind of behavior for such a long time is not available to any systems before. But in the realm of spatial computing, with all these different sensors, this data become available. And when this data become available, what can AI do with this kind of behavior data? What if AI understand all your attention? What if AI can understand all your focus, your psychological activities, whether you are happy today or whether you are sad today, whether you are suffering today, and it can understand all the health-related situation, can detect all this biometric data within your body. What are some of the potential risks? when the whole set of behavior data is unlocked. So this, in the spatial AI space, is one example of what I call the unknown unknown. Now, what are some other examples? So another example is what I call as multi-agent AI. So far, so this is a company I invested called the Fable Simulation, and recently they announced a fully AI-generated unofficial South Park episode. And that episode got pretty viral in the AI community. A lot of people are pretty amazed on how powerful AI has become and how AI is able to help the content creation and different storytelling experiences. It got so viral that even Elon Musk tweeted about it, and there has been a Twitter thread talking about it, and partially because Elon Musk became a character in this episode. So what this company does is building up a simulated environment where in this simulation, different characters, meaning different agents, are powered by different AI model. And by setting up the initial prompt, who this character is, what's the background story of this character, what kind of personality does this character have, you press the play button, and different characters, different agents is going to interact with each other. And it's going to build certain stories, building certain narratives starting from here. And that is essentially how this unofficial South Park episode was generated. Now, if we think about it, what are the potential risks in a multi-agent AI simulation look like? Because this is something that we never done before. This is something that introducing something that's entirely new to the world. When we are interacting with no matter ChatGPT or Midjourney or Adobe Firefly or any of the mainstream AI system, it's always one human being interacting with one AI model. This is the way how we do it today. But tomorrow, with multi-agent AI, different scenarios are created. There are scenarios where different models are talking and interacting with each other. There are scenarios where one human being is interacting with multi-models at the same time. And also, to my point of behavior data from the previous case, a lot of behavior data can also be captured with this type of simulated environment. What are some of the risks involved in this process? What are some of the security concerns that we need to address when this become a new reality in the next 2, 3, 5 years down the road? That's something that we as startup founders, we as policymakers, we as scientists, all researchers in this field need to constantly think about and need to address sooner or later. Now, I just give you 2 examples on what is the unknown unknown in the AI security domain. And the list goes on and on. The more we discover, the more unknown things we discover. And now we are living in a very, very exciting and interesting time where a lot of science fiction stories is becoming a reality. And there has been a lot of technology breakthroughs in many different sectors in the world, from gene editing, bioscience, to artificial intelligence, to renewables, spatial computing, immersive technology. Each little breakthroughs in each technology sector are bringing us a lot of new opportunities and also a lot of new risks. And artificial intelligence is enabling each of the technology sector, is accelerating each of the technology sector. The pace of the technology is happening so fast that we as mere mortals, we are not able to consume all these things. But we as a human species, we as a human society, are venturing into this realm of the unknown. And there are different cycles around different technology. I'm sure most of you have looked into these cycles before. And as a startup founder, we need to understand the cycle, and we need to understand how to use the cycle. But the real opportunity here is not what's visible, is not what's been discussed at the table, but underneath the table, behind the curtain, what are the things that we as a general public haven't discovered yet? I think that unknown, the invisible opportunity, is something really interesting. And as you all know, as a Silicon Valley investor, we are not interested in 2x, we are not interested in 5x. We are really chasing the unicorns. We want to work with our founders to achieve the 100x, 1000x, right? We need to capture the grander prize. And where to capture the grander prize? We need to capture the invisible opportunities. We need to venture into the realm of the unknown and figure out the unknown to be the known unknown, to learn more about the unknown, to learn more about the security, to learn more about the risk, to spread the words, to discover more, to find the solution to different problems, so that this problem can be solved, and these problems can become the known. And today I want to encourage every one of you to think about this topic, and I'm gonna be here for the rest of the day. So if you have any thoughts, ideas, or anything you want to discuss, I'll be around. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan Wang, for your insightful presentation. 네, 다시 한번 발표에 수고해주신 라이언 왕님께 큰 박수 보내주시면 감사드리겠습니다. 네, 그럼